Welcome back, y'all. This is The Sit Down, and I'm here with 14-time Grammy award-winning gospel singer, Kirk Franklin.
And I stole about 10 of them.
You stole them?
What I do is I go to the Grammys and I wait for people to go to the bathroom.
Is that Christian of you?
How you doing?
I'm good. It's so good to see you.
Seeing you too.
My grandmother was freaking out this morning when I told her.
What is her name?
Her name is Jean. Gloria Jean.
Nana Jean. We love you, Nana Jean. I'm sitting with your baby boy. Aren't you proud of your baby boy?
Oh my God, she's going to.
This is your grandbaby. Look at your grandbaby.
Oh my God, she's probably passed out at her house right now. Well, let's talk about you, because this is not about me and my grandmother, even though, hello, Gigi, and I will call you soon. So today's a big day for you. You have a new song, a new album. Tell us about this.
Yeah, you know, it's called Long Live Love. The album is called Long Live Love. I think that we need a little bit of that in our DNA right now, because we are lacking a lot of empathy and compassion towards one another. We don't see people as God's children. We don't see us needing each other. Mm-hmm. You know, we're very quick to cancel each other out and not be patient. And whether it's learning how to agree to disagree, a lot of people have different views and opinions, but still love and respect the fact that they are created by love and through love and for a greater purpose. Just because we may have different views, that does not mean that your life is less valuable than mine.
For sure, for sure. And so much of your music historically has been as contemporary as you're talking about. It's talking about real issues in real time. Yeah. How do you stay so, I don't want to say relevant, but staying so current all the time? What keeps you inspired?
Well, I'm short, so like kids like me.
Yeah.
So no, they think I'm like a playmate.
You're me. You're my same.
Yeah. So, oh, he's little. How little bitty man, I'm very grateful to have a lot of great people around me, and I try to stay engaged with what's happening in the world. I think sometimes Christians can live in a bubble and they're not engaged in what's happening within culture and are just within the heartbeat of what's happening in a relevant conversation. Yeah. And so they don't know how to have a relevant conversation. And but even musically, I'm grateful to have a lot of good people around me to let me know when I'm the old man in the room. But,
I don't think anyone's considering you the old man.
I don't want to be Paw. Trying to be hip hop Papa. What you like about that beat, boy? What you like about that beat? I don't want to be Papa. Yeah. So I try to have people around.
Well, speaking of youth, you are going back to hosting on BET, correct?
Sunday Best is coming back. Sunday Best is coming back on BET. I had a 4-year hiatus, and a lot of people really love the show.
Yeah.
They love the show because, what is different about Sunday Best and other music competition shows is the fact that it's coming from gospel music. No one can deny the power and the spirit that comes out of people that do gospel music. Mm-hmm. And so people tune in because you can't produce that.
Yeah.
That's something that you got to come with. I mean, it doesn't matter how big the production set is.
Yeah.
If you're not coming with what you and I know as church kids, as the spirit, then it's really hard to connect.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want that hope from your vocal cords.
Yes. Yeah. And so many contemporary artists who are in more rhythm and blues and hip hop are now being more forthcoming about using gospel. One of them, Chance the Rapper, who I believe you've worked with. What is it like seeing gospel cross over into rap and R&B, and what kind of boundaries do you think it has to kind of deal with? Because, they're cursing on the records. They're talking about things that I didn't talk about with my grandmother in church. Yeah. I still don't talk to my grandmother.
And you wouldn't.
No.
You wouldn't.
So
Neither would I.
And what are you thinking about as you do these collabs?
I think that, first of all, that the African-American experience is undeniable when it comes to its relationship with the Black church. Mm-hmm. And the Black church is very synonymous with Black gospel music. Yes. So it all is woven into just the culture of Black and brown people. Yeah. And so because of that, it's very easy for a Chance or Kanye to tap into those sounds and those rhythms and those melodies, because most of them, like I went to Justin Timberlake's concert once, or you go to Janet's concert, or Madonna, or any of these big stars. The whole band are Black gospel musicians.
Yeah.
And it's real. Like that's not what I'm making up. Yeah. Every pop star right now, their band is Black church musicians because of that soul and that feel. They've got some Black background singers that sing gospel music. So it's so interwoven within Black culture and pop culture that at some point somebody's going to be pulling from it.
Yeah.
And so, and I think that when it comes to the profanity, that's just kind of part of walking out life with people on their journey. Like, it's very difficult if you're not with somebody every day and they live in a world where they communicate that way. For them to come around you, you can't expect for people to necessarily put on this falsehood of who they are. You just got to just, kind of walk out life with them and then let the love of God pull them in the areas that needs to be pulled.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned Kanye, who's been really public about his church going these days. He hosts a Sunday, what is it called? Sunday sermon?
Sunday service, but it's not a church service.
Okay.
It's not a church service at all. And what I support Kanye in doing right now is that he has found a healing power in music. And so I would encourage everyone, when it comes to Kanye, is let the brother heal. Yeah. Let the music be that soothing ointment that he needs for his soul, because that's what gospel music is supposed to be.
Gotcha. And I want to read a tweet that we have up for you.
Okay.
Someone wrote, does anyone else find it, I don't know, weird that Kanye and Kim are making the Black church experience into some exclusive thing where white people go and stand around and record because it's like something, it's fascinating or something? This feels weird. What's your reaction to that take on Kanye?
I would say that I do not believe that it is a church experience that he's trying to curate. And I think that what can happen is because people are so used to seeing gospel music within an environment of Black church culture, it's automatically assumed that it's church.
Yes.
Because that's the only way that we've ever seen it. It's almost like the ignorance that a man will have just because a woman may be dressed very sexy, to always think that every woman that dressed sexy is always thinking sexual.
Yeah.
She just dresses sexy.
Yeah.
That don't mean she wants you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's
not doing this for all of you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing even with what's happening with my brother, is that we're so used to seeing gospel music in those type of environments that we make the assumption that that's what it is. He's just, man, this is his medicine. Let that brother heal and let God do his thing in him.
Yeah, and you mentioned church and kind of how we talk about it in public. Yeah. Currently, there's lots of legislation around abortion bans, and they're using the Bible to push these through around the country. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this and how people are using the church as a political weapon?
Yeah. And I think that that's very unfortunate that is happening. I was adopted when I was 4 by a 64-year-old woman, and I remember my biological mother telling the woman that adopted me that she didn't want me, that she wanted to have an abortion. And I remember hearing that at 12 years old, and it really scarred me. And so while at the same time it would be hypocritical to not also admit that when I was a teenager, I paid for an abortion. So I have had this duality when it comes to this conversation. And so I firmly believe that I am pro-choice because I do believe in life. At the same time, I also realize and recognize that I do not have the right to force my hope for life on the body of a woman. Yeah. The same way that I cannot force any one of these cameramen to be a Christian. That has to be a composition of their heart. You cannot legislate morality. Yeah. That has to be a pull on the end of his heart. Now, I want to try to be as much of a light as I can to make what I believe attractive. I want to try to live a type of life that is so powerful that being pro-life and supporting life looks attractive. But when I'm standing and attacking you for your belief, and I'm standing outside with signs and I'm blowing up abortion clinics or doing all these negative things in the name of God, that's not God, that's the devil. Yeah. And so once again, I think love should lead. If love is not leading the conversation is worthless and God ain't in it.
Do you find that your music is helping the church understand these types of conversations? Because, growing up with my grandmother, we weren't talking like this. But I know as your music has become more popular and you are able to sit on couches like this, you're helping lead those.
Which is an honor. Thank you again for having me. Thank you for having me. I think that what is happening is that as we see so many millennials leave church like crazy, that it is very important for all of us, including myself, to be able to have the conversation of what did we do wrong? What do we need to do better? Where did we drop the ball at? Anybody that just, and I think that a lot of times there is an elitism and an arrogance that can sometimes be portrayed from the onlookers into people of faith to go, they don't speak with compassion. They know every freaking thing. And there's an arrogance and a lack of humility in the conversation. It's almost like we communicate like we're the doctors and the world is sick. Yeah. Like everybody's sick. And and we're the doctors, where the church is a hospital.
Yeah.
Where everybody's a patient, and there's only one doctor.
Thank God. God.
Yeah, right.
Well, speaking of one, you and your wife have become a possibility model for so many Christian.
That's my girl. That's my girl. What up, girl? What's up, Tammy? What up, baby? No, I'm sorry. That's just that.
I want to love someone as much as you love your wife. But what advice do you have for Christian couples so that they can feel that fire you just felt?
It's even that Christian couples, that feels very weird.
Well,
Christian couples. Yeah, Christian couples.
People of the world.
I feel like a whole bunch of Christians sitting around in just choir robes. You know what I'm saying?
Praying, Bible.
With no drawers on up under the robe. It's like, where's it going? That's nasty.
Yeah.
More than anything, I think that wherever you are, that it is very difficult to have any type of love relationship without the creator of love involved. That one of the reasons why we always say till death do us part is because it takes that long to get to know somebody.
Whew. Does that scare you?
I've been married 23 years, and I'm loving who I'm becoming with her.
God, I love that. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me saying.
You make me want to go home right now. I'm a woman.
Well, don't go there. I know there are other people. I know there are other people that want to talk today, but thank you so much for coming in.
It is an honor to be here with you.
You too. This is really a dream too. Thank you so much for joining us today, Kirk. And Kirk's new album, Long Live Love, is out today. Stay tuned for more AM to DM.